Music Monday is the Rewind edition with FT Island Severely. Now there's no dance or English to talk about in this song, so we're just gonna have to focus on the music video. Excellent. First off, it was a great song. As we already know, Hunky, or as I like to call him, the Hunky One, is a totally awesome singer. When we listened to it live, it was like there was no difference between the pre-recorded version and the live version. Fantastic. However, I will never go to Noribong with you, Hunky One. Never! You're just gonna embarrass me with your amazing singing voice.
And even though the song's really sad, it's still quite nice. We're really happy that FT Island is doing so well. FT Island are playing their own instruments and singing their guts out in a really underrepresented genre in Korea. FT Island's videos, though, are kind of a mixed bag. Sometimes they do really artsy videos like Sarang Sarang, and sometimes they have plot-oriented videos. They're not all about showing off their faces and bodies and dancing on bizarre sets. And so we're really happy that they put a lot of effort into making good music videos. This video, just like Hello Hello, gives the viewers a story to watch.
Unfortunately though, I would have to say that whoever wrote the story for this video kind of dropped the ball. This video was impossibly annoying for us since you already know that we're really perceptive to small details. Damn you, degree from prestigious university! You have cursed me with my giant brain!
Hey, Spongy just farted.
So cute! Stinky! It's so stinky! Moving on. As usual, it wasn't about the acting. The Hunky One had some pretty good moments, especially at the beginning when he was sobbing his eyes out at the funeral. But that doesn't save the story from being utterly mind-bending. Blew my mind. Weep, weep, weep. Okay, so the video starts with the Hunky One crying his eyes out at his girlfriend's funeral. P.S. Love the nail polish and love the new hairstyle. He leaves the funeral and runs into his girlfriend, who is somehow miraculously alive. He's in nostril-flaring shock, so he lunges at her in a big hug. But she doesn't seem to recognize him, so she gives him stink face and struts off into church confused.
Soon afterwards, Hunky is creeping at a ballet studio as she's practicing for her death recital. He looks at the newspaper and realizes that it's January 17th rather than January 24th, which was when his girlfriend died. And so it turns out that he has 1 week to save the girl before she dies again. Now, there's something a bit off about the numbers for me. She dies on the 24th, right? But then he's transported back to the 17th. And when he sees her on the 17th, she doesn't know who he is. So here's my question. That would suggest that he's known her for just less than a week? Seriously? Were they dating just for 1 small week? From the way that he was sobbing at the beginning of the video, we thought that this was his lifelong partner or something. Okay, so just for this drama to make sense, let's assume that they've been dating for longer than that, but somehow she lost her memories in this whole time warp thing.
Also, second thing. Girls, I don't know about you, but if a guy that I didn't know ran up to me crying and started hugging me, I would not go out with him the next day for a date. Especially after he'd be creeping outside my dance studio. I don't care how hunky he is. Look, he's giving off the crazy vibes, and I'm pretty sure he never blinks. That can't be a good thing. Remember, girls, if he crazy, it's time to move on. As for the Hunky One, really? You couldn't have picked a better girl than this one? You're the lead singer of FT Island. You deserve a lot better than this, how can I say it politely, unperceptive girl.
Okay, so when she sees a newspaper clipping about her death, she tells him to leave because she thinks he's a stalker. Really? That's the conclusion you come to? How about you try hearing him out a little bit more? If some guy had a newspaper clipping about my death and he told me that he was from the future to try to save me from dying, I'd give him a little bit more time to explain himself. But this isn't just her fault. I'm gonna blame Hunky a little bit for this one as well. Hunky, how about you work on your communication skills a bit? You're trying to save her life. Don't just stand there like you peed your pants in front of class and then leave ashamed. Let me show you how the scene should have gone.
What are you, a stalker? Get out.
I don't think you understand the importance of the situation here. I'm from the future. That's why I have this newspaper article from the future, because I'm from the future. That's how I knew that it was gonna rain, because I'm from the future, and in the future, you're gonna die!
I'm gonna die? Wow, did you see how easy that was? Death avoided. I'm looking at you, Junsu, and I'm looking at you, the hunky one. But then no, on the day of the performance, the hunky one decides to like go out jogging all day or something instead of sticking around and protecting the girl. Listen, even if she hates you, this is when you secretly stalk her from the bushes, chloroform her, shoot a poison dart in her ass. I don't care. You have to keep her from getting hit by this car again. That's your only point right now. Where the hell were you all this time? And why are you trying to find her just right before her performance?
Farkas! Oh, Farkas, where are you? Hey, there you are, Farkas. Whoa, wait a second. Oh no! She's gonna die! But that's a blue butterfly. I'll get you, butterfly. Come here. Okay, so whatever. Hunky finally gets to the crosswalk of doom and death. And yes, there is a car coming, but please note what happens next. You can see that girl is like 5 lines ahead of Hunky, clearly out of the path of that car. In fact, she's so far away from the car, you could probably squeeze another car in between her. Can you tell me why then Hunky is standing in front of the car with his hands out, trying to stop it from what? She's already safe. She's been safe for quite a long while now. How about you get out of the car lane and just let that car go by?
Now, this moment has to be compared to JYJ's car death hitting scene from In Heaven, because the girl in that video is in the direct path of the car and Junsu fails at trying to push her out of the way of the car. But in this video, the hunky one just ends up plain old killing himself. I think we have some lessons to be learned about life in Korea from JYJ and FT Island. Number 1, never ever listen to music and try to cross the street. Your music might also blind you into not being able to see or sense incoming traffic. 2, note how the light just turns green and she starts to cross the street, but she gets halfway across and the light's already red. Lesson to be learned, in Korea, you don't walk across intersections. You run!
Lastly, we like to believe that everyone knows a little bit enough about first aid to know that shaking somebody after they've been hit by a car is not really the best form of help. If you don't know first aid yourself, call somebody who does. Like, for example, 911, which, by the way, in Korea is 119. Interesting fact you didn't know. It's like the toilets have swirled the other way in the other side of the world. It's like the 911 is swirling the other way. And lastly, perhaps the biggest reason as to why we dislike this girl. At the end of the video, when she's crying, you see the newspaper change. It goes from a report of her dying in a car accident to a report of her successful ballet performance on the 24th, the same night of Hunky's death. This means that the girl, while walking to her performance, watches Hunky risk his life and die to protect her, but then she just goes off to the ballet performance anyways? Really? Are you that heartless? This man dies for you. You witness a bleeding man die and you're sobbing your eyes out and then you just go tra-la-la off and do some ballet? Be honest, is that why you were screaming at him?
Oh my god, no! Do you know what this means? I'm gonna be late because of you. I have to stick around for all the reports.
And to me, it just seems logical that the article should have changed to guy dies in car accidents. But I guess ballet is more important to report on than the hunky one's death. Sorry about that, hunky one. Last week we asked you which band would win an epic rap battle, Block B or BAP, and the winner was... We are calling this a draw. This was a crazy competition. We had no idea this would be so controversial. On our main homepage, it seemed like BAP won, but on our Facebook poll, Block B won by 100 votes or so. And on YouTube, it was just crazy close. So to answer your question, who's gonna win the epic rap battle? Case closed.
For this week's Rewind edition, we ask you which video with a nearly identical plot you preferred. FT Island Severely or JYJ's In Heaven? Leave your votes in the comments or in our Facebook poll and we'll announce the winners next week. Also, thanks to all the prima donnas who voted for FT Island Severely this week. If there's a video you want to see us do for next Music Monday, head on over to eatyourkimchi.com/Kpop charts and get voting. Lastly, don't forget to like and favorite this video and to subscribe for more Music Mondays. Take it away, Spudgy.